Hey everyone, welcome back to the Blanket Boy channel, or if you're new here, thank you for checking this video out. Please stick with me on this video because I'm very excited for this project. I've been working on it for probably 3 weeks now, just interacting with people because this is a collaboration video with a bunch of other toy photographers that I personally follow and I personally like their stuff, whether it be their personality, their YouTube channel, or just their photography in general. And I was going to make a top 10 action figure list, but I thought that this would be a really great way to get more involved with the community itself, which is something I want to do this year in 2021, sort of a resolution. And they were gracious enough to find some time to record a video for me, and I really appreciate that. As I said, January to me is a sort of appreciation for the positive things of 2020. I know 2020 was a rough year for everyone. So January is I want to make videos that sort of reflect on the good sides of it, not just in the toy community, but just in life in general. So for example, I personally got to do more YouTube stuff. I got to start multiple gaming Let's Play videos. I got to learn some digital art, and I really want to learn more. So let's just get into the video, and our first participant is the one and only Tiger Meow. You probably already know him. He is very well known, and he may or may not know it, but he is one of the reasons I got into toy photography. It got me wanting to learn Photoshop and to actually bring these figures to life, and he's still, posting a lot of content. He's on YouTube. Definitely check out his channel. You probably already know it. He's taking photos. He's doing all these things. He's managing his own life and his own job, and so he is an inspiration to someone like me who would maybe like to make that part of their life like he has. Let's take a look at his top figure of the year video.
Hey there buddies, Tiger Meow here, and I'm proud to say that I was able to go through 2020 itself, and I think that's a big achievement for me. I was able to create contents for my YouTube channel, for my Instagram. I was able to catch up with my friends online and offline, and I managed all the stress with all and everything that's going on around us. So my favorite Nandroid for this year, one of my favorite is this Nandroid, the Net 2. And why? Because I love his character on the series. I love the colors of this Nandroid. He's very vibrant, and I also love that he comes with a lot of faceplate with him, a lot of expressions and accessories. So this one is one of the best for me in 2020.
That's super cool. Nendoroid Zenitsu was also on my top 10 Nendoroid list, and he made it to the number 2 spot, and I think personally he would make it to the number 1 spot as well. He's just a really solid figure. I should mention that this list was not only on Nendoroids. I opened it to any sort of figure that you got this year, just to appreciate your own personal favorite. It doesn't even have to be the best figure of all time. It could just be something that means something to you. But Zenitsu is definitely a great Nendoroid and the best Demon Slayer Nendoroid in my personal opinion. Our next participant in this video is otakuchon 277 or 277, or also known as Addy. This is a toy account that I really appreciate because it's almost a personality account as well. Addy's always posting on their story about their personal life, and there's something so real and pure about everything that they talk about. And all these photos are adorable, and again, they have this sort of real feeling. They're not as like photoshopped and crazy as mine. They're just sweet. There's something sweet about their Instagram.
Hi guys, I'm otakuchon, and this year has been super chaotic, as you all know, but there's always a little bit of light in the chaos. And for me, my light was I finally got to start really collecting anime figures, and I started my Instagram account, which has been a lot of fun so far. My figure of the year is the 1/7 scale of Jibrielle by Fat Company. I absolutely love this figure. She is glorious, she's beautiful. Her wings, her hair, the details in her eyes. I absolutely love everything about this figure. She's one of my holy grails, and I'm so happy to finally own her this year. I hope you all have a fantastic New Year's, and if you'd like to, you can follow my Instagram account at otaku_chan277. Bye, guys.
Yeah, Jabril is a character that, when I watched the anime a while ago when it first came out, I was always striking how colorful this was and how anime it was, but also at the same time, still believable in the world that it was in. And that's scale figures are things that I don't personally collect, but I do. They are works of art. They're more of a work of art than an Nendoroid that I would personally say.
You would have no money if you collected them.
They're beautiful. That was
you would get obsessed like you are with Nendoroids.
No. But scale figures are actually like artisan crafted in my opinion, and that was a beautiful figure. I think the hair especially was pretty beautiful. Our next participant in this compilation video is Lily Scotty, and this is one of the first accounts I ever followed on my Instagram. And there was always something so creative about their posts. They take way more photos than I do, and especially the more recently, I really like this Pennywise Nendoroid, but with the tongue that was made, I think out of clay or something like that. And just little things like that, like they're festive and they're just very creative. And I definitely see a lot of growth in the photography as well. But I mean, look at this. This is just a cute image, and it could make your day better when you scroll by it. So it's definitely an account that I would always refollow again.
Hello, I am Lily Scotty. This year has been well for everybody, but I am proud to have kept taking toy photography. This year, my figure of the year is Nendoroid. Isn't he adorable? I'm very happy to have him because he is one of my favorite characters from an epic series. See you on Instagram.
Inuyasha, Nendoroid Inuyasha. That is an interesting figure. Because it was only made based off of a popular vote. I guess Good Smile didn't have the rights, or they weren't planning to make it, but enough people voted for it that they made it. And Inuyasha is on Netflix right now, and I've been meaning to watch it because I know how popular and legendary it is. Same with Yu Yu Hakusho. Those are shows that I've just been meaning to sit down and watch. Yeah, this was a figure that I thought looked really pretty, but I didn't order it because I haven't seen the show. And I know some people collect figures from series that they don't know. And, I personally can only get something or buy something when I have a personal attachment to it, or the series itself. But yeah, this definitely looks like a beautiful figure. Next up in this video is vstellar Figures, or Vincent. And oddly enough, before I collected Nendoroids or anything like that, I was really into Transformers because of a channel called Jobby the Hong. You may or may not know it. And I believe I followed this account because of his Transformers posts. And it's just I thought I was one of the few people that liked Nendoroids and Transformers. So to find an account with both of those was really kind of special for me. And this is another one of those accounts that he just has such a great personality, and he's really not afraid to give his opinion out on his story, and I love to maybe talk with him a little bit.
Hi guys, I'm Vincent from vstellar Figures. I just wanted to thank Danny so much for having me on his channel. As for my 2020, I can say I had a pretty good 2020, I'm not gonna lie. Pandemic aside, I got a lot of really cool figures this year, so for that, figure-wise, my 2020 was pretty great. And speaking of figures, my figure of the year is something actually quite old. It's the insane Black Rock Shooter Figma from Max Factory and Good Smile Company. I love her so much. She's one of my favorite figures ever. She was one of my holy grails for a really long time, along with her Nendoroid. And she's just so amazingly sculpted, and her articulation is awesome. And for an old figure, she's actually in really good shape too. I got her sealed as well, so she wasn't even touched or anything, but she's gorgeous, and I love her. She's one of my favorite characters from one of my favorite artists, so I'm just really happy to have her. She's just really, really great, and great to have in my collection, and almost finishes off my Black Rock Shooter collection. We got a long way to go. But again, thank you so much, Danny, for having me. Make sure you subscribe to Blanket Boy Toys on YouTube. Leave a like and a comment. Okay, you gotta get that YouTube algorithm going. Okay, you got to. And I'll plug myself as well. You can follow me on Instagram at vstellar_figures. And it's also my Twitter handle as well. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you guys so much. And have a great 2021.
That was such a sweet video. I'm smiling so big right now. But Black Rock Shooter, yet another Nendoroid figure, specifically the Nendoroid. Black Rock Shooter is yet another show that I have been meaning to watch simply for this character design, and it sounded like he has a large Black Rock Shooter collection, and I can't imagine, because I go to Ami and I go to their pre-owned section, and there's usually some variant of the Black Rock Shooter. But to get an older figure, a Figma figure, sealed is pretty special, so I'm really happy he has that in his collection now. Yeah, you could tell he's very personable and down to earth, and he's just a really nice guy, so go follow. Next up in this list is another YouTuber that I know. He is the one and only Jayreka the Collector, and he started his YouTube video late last year, and his videos have already picked up a lot of attention just because of how chill they are. He's kind of known for these chill reviews, but his YouTube content is really relaxing to me in a way. There are some reviewers who kind of just sit down and open the toy and talk, and I might look at those videos just to clarify if I want to buy something, but there's something special about Jayreka or Jarek, and just the way he composes himself in front of the camera, or his hands in front of the camera. Oh, nice.
What's good, y'all? My name is Jayreka the Collector, and 2020 has been a crazy year. It's been a crazy year for everybody. It's been nuts, in my opinion, and I know a lot of people have never experienced something like this before. Obviously, I haven't, and it's been crazy. We wouldn't have never expected this year to be like this, right? But to be honest, even with all the negativity around this year and what's going on, we should definitely be positive. And one thing I'm super positive and thankful about is getting this YouTube channel started. Now, I second guessed this channel. I'm thinking about starting it. I was thinking about it for a long time. I've been on Instagram for a couple of years, working on some style of my photography with my Funkos and Androids and other figures I have. But it took me a while to make the jump, and I'm super glad that I did. Honestly, it took me a while to think about it and make the jump, but no regrets whatsoever. So we're going to talk about the favorite figure of mine of 2020, and my favorite figure is the Marvel Good Smile Nendoroid of Miles Morales, Spider-Man. And if you guys know me, you definitely know why I love this figure. It's because, one, it's Marvel. I love Marvel, huge fan. But this movie was just awesome. It was hype. It was a hype train for sure, even no matter what age you were. If you were 2 years old, if you were 80 years old, you mess with this figure. I'm just joking. But you mess with that movie, right? So sheer design though, right? Why I love it. Man, he's got style, right? He's got the hood on. Miles Morales, just awesome character. It's Spider-Man, obviously that's a plus. And he's got some sweet kicks, got a sweet jacket. And even though the figure has a little bit of issues, in my opinion, it's got a bit of issues here with the joints and how they're a little bit loose, and how it can kind of topple over really quickly if you're trying to pose him, just because of how top heavy he is. I don't really care, honestly. The figure itself is solid. It's one of my favorite ones to bring around, even if it has some of those cons there, right? But just also for sheer value. When I got the figure and when it first came out, I knew I was going to cop this thing, just because, again, design. I knew Good Smile was going to come out with this, and good thing I waited around to get a figure like this, because, again, one of my favorite ones for sure, and my favorite of 2020. But for sheer value, if you look at this DX box, and this is the DX version, right? So it comes with a little more stuff. Even if you got the regular one, still a sick figure. But the DX version's, to me, even better, because it comes with two bodies, two Nendoroids. It came with two heads and two bodies, right? Which is awesome value. Yeah, obviously you pay for it, right? But even then, at the end of the day, if you're happy with it, I was 100%, I thought it was great value for what I paid for it. And again, it came with his regular suit too. The design of that was sweet. It was awesome. So yeah, honestly, that's the reason why I love this figure. 2020, even though this figure technically got announced like last year, I think it was, to me, it's still a figure that I brought around with me everywhere, and definitely one of my favorites to bring around even now with all the other Nendoroids and figures that are coming out. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Shout out to Danny Brown, aka Blanket Boy. Thanks for supporting the channel, and you guys can find me at Jayreka the Collector on YouTube, Jayreka the Collector on Instagram, of course, and even Jayreka the Collector on Facebook. But definitely follow me, hit that notification bell on YouTube, be part of that Collector collective, and leave a comment, leave a like, leave a share, or share it. I guess that's the best way to say it. And check out my videos there. And hope y'all have a great holiday, and hope y'all enjoy 2021. And let's get it off to a right start for 2021. Let's put 2020 behind us. So I'll see y'all later, and I'll see y'all in a minute.
Wow. Super polished video. He edited that. That's crazy. That was a really cool video. Yeah, so I mean, as you could tell, just the vibe of that video was chill, but engaging at the same time. He's really good at that. Yeah, the next person in this video is Stalagmite Thrilla, or Steph, and these photos, this photography account is beautiful to me. I could look at these pictures all day, and I'm glad I followed their account. All right, where were we? Sorry, it froze on me, but as I was saying, there is something so professional about these photos, and so I'm just looking at Steph's account right now, and this just makes me happy, and that's why I follow the account. And I don't know what camera settings they're using. They're definitely more appealing than what I'm using. But yeah, just look at this. This is like mostly not natural, but yeah, this lighting is astonishing. That is true. Look at this. This is an account of inspiration for me, honestly. And all these accounts are inspiration for me. But if I could get my photos to look a bit more like this Kirishima picture, that would be awesome.
Hi guys, this is Stephanie Bear, who is Stalagmite Thrilla. I am just here to kind of say my figure for 2020. I was asked by Danny to kind of just take a board about my year, which has been pretty crazy for everybody, but this is the year my podcast got first done for the entirety of a year, so it's pretty exciting. As for figure of the year, there's a lot of great figures this year, but I'm going to go with Nosferatu from Mezco Toys. He's super awesome, and I used him in a lot of photos. I'm going to use him in a lot more photos next year, so that is my selection just because he's versatile, he's super fun, super unique, and he came with a lot of accessories, so worth the price. All right. Hope everyone's having a good New Year's, and talk to you later on Instagram.
Yeah, Mezco 1/12 Nosferatu is an amazing figure, and I didn't pick it up because I don't know that much about it. Every photo that I see of that figure is beautiful, regardless of the quality of camera, regardless of the lighting. It is just a remarkable figure that Mezco made, and I think it's pretty underrated because people are still selling it for around retail, and it hasn't reached its crazy pop. Look at this. This is 1/12 scale. This is 6 inches tall. Look at the detail on that. That's crazy, and I'm excited to see more photos. So yeah, definitely go follow this account to see more of those, and also go follow the Steph's Bare Necessities, this podcast, which I am excited to listen to. A podcast to introduce some toy photographers and to talk all things toy photography. That sounds right up my alley, so I'm definitely going to check that out, and you should too. Okay, next up in our compilation reaction video, we have Masha, Bunny, or Maria, and there's something I personally having a connection to this account. When I was really getting into the height of collecting, which I think happened around when Nendoroid Deku came out, that's when I sort of broke into anime figures. Masha Bunny was here posting the cutest photos of Deku that I have ever scene, and Bakugo as well. But there's just, I love all the little, look at this little mini setup they got going on. It's so cute. Look at everything. She made these shoes, by the way, for Deku, for the Nendoroid doll. Yeah, this is definitely another account that is an inspiration to me. Because look at this, like Todoroki. I don't know. I could sit here for hours talking about this. So.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria, I'm from Russia and I'm here to tell you who is my favorite figure of the year. But first of all, I want to say that this year was hard enough for everyone, also for me, but it was also special because I've started my own project. I'm making miniatures, clothes and other things for Nendoroids, and lots of people from the community bought them, supported me, and we became friends, so really thank you everyone. It's important for me. And my figure of the year is this guy, Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia anime. We made lots of cool photos together, and he's my first figure and still my main figure. I hope we will make lots of cool photos next year also, so stay tuned and thank you again. Happy New Year!
Deku in the froggy onesie? Come on! That is quality, cute anime figure content. Yeah, I could be here 4 hours talking about how this account deserves way more than 4,000 followers. So I really hope that Maria continues to take these beautiful and cute photos, and I hope that it gets noticed by more people. We're getting to the last two top figures of the year. The one and only Natalie Reeves is here. You may know her since she's on my channel quite a bit. If you watch any of the gameplay videos, we're always gaming, having a good time. Now, Natalie Reeves is not a toy photographer, I would say. Wrong hand. She's right back there. But she has taken some toy photography, and she has made clothes for toys. I'll post some photos up right now, but we collaborated on Spider-Man jackets like 2 years ago almost. I think it was 2 years. We collaborated on Spider-Man jackets 2 years ago for both the Nendoroid, Mafex, and Mezco, and those turned out great. And then she made me a personal project. That was my top figure of last year. It was a custom king outfit for my Nendoroid doll. But getting back to Natalie Reeves' account, Natalie Reeves makes beautiful textile art, and she's constantly learning, and that's why she is an inspiration to me. She picks things up pretty fast, and then it's not like she picks it up and then she moves to something new. She picks it up and she tries to make the best thing that she could possibly make. And to be able to be in her life and to watch that process is super inspiring to me. And I sort of carry that along with my photography. I think about how this is new and it's scary, but I should always strive for the best. And so is she. And then we got this dumbass cat. Look at it. That's Kuma-san. He's also back there.
Yeah.
He's sleeping. He's sleeping. All right, so let's see what her top figure of the year is.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie Reeves, and so far coronavirus has been pretty weird and I'm ready for it to be over. But in terms of good things, I started making rugs this year and I got my first non-family commission, so that was pretty great. In terms of my favorite Nendoroid, it was not one of the more experienced collectors, I would say, so I definitely had a smaller pool to go from, but I would definitely say Sayuki. Not only is she adorable, she is adorable, but I also was really impressed by their ability to make lace, which you can see in her busty brassiere, and I thought that was pretty impressive. And then of course, caught it, of course her plaid skirt. So anyways, thank you, bye.
Super cute. Of course the textile artist would know and would fall in love with the clothing part of it. So yeah, Sayuki got my #1 spot as well, not because of Natalie, but because I personally thought that it was the best bang for your buck. And it's just a solid Nendoroid, and it's still pretty underrated. So, and those are all my guests that I had today, but I have yet to do my top figure of the year. I already told you what I was proud of in 2020, so we'll just get into the toys. And it is a two-way tie between one figure that was my most anticipated figure of 2020. I had been waiting for that figure for a year and a half before it came out. So, and it definitely lived up to the expectations, and it got me wanting more, and that would have to be Amazing Yamaguchi Deku. This is in his Gamma suit version. This is in his Gamma suit costume, and I made a review on this, but long story short, this is the best articulated My Hero figure. This is the best My Hero figure, I think, ever, as of now, in January 2021. And yeah, I'll post some, you can't really see it in this light, but so this figure just sort of, I love My Hero, I love Deku, and it captured the character so perfectly, and that's why it's at the number one spot. But also at the number one spot is a figure that I was not expecting to buy at all. I learned about it this year and then subsequently bought it a couple weeks later after thinking about it. And I don't know if this ever happens to you, but you watch one thing and it gets you to watch another thing in the same franchise, and then you spiral and you start just reliving all the good memories that you had. And for me, this year, that was Transformers. So when the Bumblebee movie came out, obviously the Michael Bay movies are not beloved. I personally still think they're entertaining, but the Bumblebee movie is a wonderful representation of the Transformers cast, and this is, right here, covers Natalie. What? What?
Just remember when you bought it.
Yeah, this is the Wei Zhang Commander Leader, I'm pretty sure. I get that name mixed up with the Toy World Freedom Leader. They could, but this is a work of art, really. And this little iMovie screen is not going to do it justice. It leaves me speechless that this figure, with all the amount of detail that it has, and especially like right here in the thighs and all the gaskets and everything, and there's the clean back, there's no sort of like kibble, as people say. The fact that this can transform into this is mind-blowing to me. And I had not collected Transformers in like 3 years. I got rid of all of them. I sold all my Masterpiece Transformers. And so this got me back on it, which sucks for my wallet, but just having this in my collection is a work of art. Anyways, guys, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm not going to ask you to like or subscribe, but I would like your engagement in the comments below. I would love to know what your top figure of the year was and why. And if you don't collect figures, just let me know what your favorite thing about 2020 was. I want to keep things a little positive, but I would love some interaction in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful 2021. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.